What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with breaking news from the WNBA CBA negotiations. It looked like the league has offered the young ladies a 30-day extension. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to New York. Let's get it. Let's go. And we finna jump right into this thing. So as of right now, news has broken from Alexa over at ESPN about 5 minutes ago, guys, that what did I tell y'all earlier? I told you. I stated I knew that they was going to get some.
Okay, Caitlyn Clark just said something very important. She's basically saying that a representative for a major players union lied about being involved in these important WNBA talks. This is huge, right? The future of the league and Clark's amazing career both look like they could fall apart at any time. Commissioner Cathy Engelbert made a hasty last-minute offer of an extra 30 days, but it made things worse. With all of these new teams, it looks like the players aren't even thinking about giving in. His plea doesn't seem to be getting anywhere.
Time to face reality, guys. It is time to face reality. 2026 WNBA season is cooked. It's cooked where it's cooked like Thanksgiving food. It's all cooked. It is over. It's done. Finito. There will be no 2026 WNBA season. As it seems, we were hoping for a 60-day extension because we know the October 31st deadline is 3 days away. No extension has been signed. The last time that there was CBA negotiations and an extension.
The WNBA's deadline of October 31st is coming up fast. A possible layoff or player strike is like a time bomb that is about to go off. Could you picture? It would just destroy Caitlyn Clark's amazing speed. It's crazy that ESPN just claimed that Commissioner Engelbert only offered an extra 30 days to keep talking. When you compare that to past 60-day extensions, that is a very short window. The fact that this is so important shows how far apart the guys in the league are right now. Not only are the players' money and the sport as a whole on the line, but everyone has cashed in.
Oh, guys, that what did I tell y'all earlier? I told you. I stated I knew that they was going to get some type of extension. That is what I said. Now, I thought that they was going to get an extension for the 2023 negotiation, but it looked like they has offered the players a 30-day extension to continue negotiations for a new CBA agreement. It says time is ticking for a resolution one way or another, with Friday being the deadline. Now, this news is like...
Now, think about the year 2019. We talked about the CBA in a similar way back then, but there was no Caitlyn Clark and no superstar to bring in all those new watchers and casual fans. This is now. The league is very famous, and she's the main reason for that. She kept going even though some people, maybe even some of her own friends, were against her. She started a whole new era for the WNBA. But let's talk about it. If the number of watchers and fans starts to drop, the league needs to start over right away. They can only be saved by a new deal. These players would be ruined by a ban. Put out the fire that Clark started and move the sport backwards. Engelbert must be under a lot of stress. They just can't afford to mess this up.
2026 season. Let's break it down. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, hype the video, man. Let's go. I'm pissed. I wanted to see Caitlyn Clark absolutely destroy these ladies this season. I was ready to watch her cook them. Now, you're telling me we can't even get an extension done. This is wild. Let's head to Carly Bell's Twitter. Shout out to her. She said, could have almost guaranteed that the CBA wouldn't be resolved by October 31st. I think we all pretty much could agree on that. However,
sources say that players might think about an extension if the conditions are right. Also, the right conditions aren't present yet. That is a clear sign of poor communication and lost trust. This is not a small thing. The players did something rude. The fact that they haven't dealt with these very deep-seated problems shows that they do. They're not just pleading for more time. They want to make a big change in how things work. Engelbert's offer was meant to ease worries about a lockout or strike. But the fact that it was turned down shows that a much bigger and risky game is being played here. It's clear how weak the league is right now because an extension was given.
Says time is ticking for a resolution one way or another, with Friday being the deadline. Now, this news is like literally right off the press right now. I have not seen this article from ESPN. Like I stated, this thing has just dropped just now. Let's see here. It stated the WNBA has offered players a 30-day extension to continue negotiations for the new collective bargaining agreement, sources told ESPN on Tuesday. An extension before the current CBA.
Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, said last week that he was sure there would be no walkout. But his words sound very empty right now, especially since the WNBA is about to fall apart. It makes you wonder if Silver didn't realize how dangerous things were inside the WNBA, or if things are just getting out of hand faster than he thought possible. On the Athletic podcast, a WPA official said that talks haven't moved forward, which painted a bleak picture. There is no longer any contact at all. This is more than just a standstill. It makes you really question that there will be a quick cure. As things keep getting worse, Silver's initial optimism seems to have been completely misplaced.
My opinion, I think it'd be foolish to not sign an extension, but I understand what the power of not signing one can do. Listen, the ladies in the PA and Unrivaled, Bree Stewart, Nafisa Collier, and all of them, they are feeling like they can hold the W's feet to the fire and force their hand to give them what they want. No season, no extension is better for Unrivaled because that's where all the players are going to be. You already know that players have already agreed to contracts with Project B.
The future of the league. The players think they have the best hand in what amounts to a high-stakes poker game. Everyone says they need these women because the WNBA depends so much on its stars like Caitlyn Clark, who brings in so many fans. Almost 1 million people watch just the playoffs. That shows how much steam the league has right now. Something they can't pass up losing. If there is a strike, it will be very hard to get back on track, and the sport will be set back years. In terms of money, the effects are huge. The league's performance could get a lot worse if a settlement isn't made quickly. This is all about business, and the WNBA's leaders know they can't let it die.
The buzz that they got now is something like this league has never, ever seen before. We're talking superstar player Caitlyn Clark transitioning this game to the casual fan, making the casual fan want to tune in. And what did they do? Hurt her, pushed her, went against her. And guess what? Now they at a pivotal moment right now because fans are leaving. The views are dropping. Look at the content creators right now. Look at everybody's channel right now. I can promise you the interest is not what it was a few months ago. Around this time last year during the
revenue sharing is without a doubt the most controversial topic right now. The WNBA players want to be treated the same as NBA players when it comes to getting their fair share of the money. Adam Silver talked about better wages, but he is totally against a straight revenue share plan. He says it's more important to track growth than to divide up money. This huge clash of ideas shows that people have very different ideas about how much sports should be paid and what they are really worth. The athletes don't like how the league sees player salaries as part of the total revenue. They are fighting for more than just money. They want to be a part of the money they helped make. This intellectual gap seems impossible to bridge.
Is being signed. We watched the Players Association troll Adam Silver on Instagram, and then we saw the NBA get hit with a crazy gambling thing that's trickling down into the WNBA. Now the WNBA injury reporting being investigated. All of these things are happening. Adam Silver has a meeting with the feds on the 31st. You think an extension or a deal with the WNBA is about to be signed on the 31st? Come on, let's be serious here. Let's be serious here. The NBA is the real moneymaker. He needs to get that resolved with the feds first. Not being worried. He's not worried.
Also, the players group, especially some representatives like Nika Agwick, is being accused of using Caitlyn Clark's name only to help themselves. Clark is said to have responded by saying she didn't know about the talks until they were made public. This completely disproves the idea that she was meeting with Commissioner Engelbert in secret to make deals. It's a shocking turn of events when a superstar says that her own union agent is lying. It shows how bad the problems are on the inside and how much people don't trust each other. This whole situation throws a very dark shadow over negotiations and makes it look like serious tricks are being used.
Now they're at a pivotal moment right now because fans are leaving. The views are dropping. Just look at the content creators right now. Look at everybody's channel right now. I can promise you the interest is not what it was a few months ago. Around this time last year during the offseason, the interest was still high in this whole W thing. With everything that has transpired with Caitlyn Clark this year, they need this thing to keep going. They need a reset button. They need a reset button for the attention and for the popularity of this league. A lockout could systematically hurt
this whole problem with alleged manipulation has to do with the power that players think they have right now. A lot of WNBA stars are making deals with new leagues like Unrivaled and Project B, which are not like the old league structures. Because of these extra choices, gamers can effectively say, look, until you give us what we want, we're not playing. This changes the game in a big way. They can use it as a bargaining chip, which they didn't have before. The players hope that one day they can make money through the WNBA, Project B, and Unrivaled. That makes the idea of a lockout a lot less scary for them financially. As the WNBA tries to keep up with these new opportunities, you can feel its anxiety.
Additionally, they could let the agreement expire and enter into a status quo period. It is possible that if the agreement expires and no extension is reached, either side could announce intentions to enter a work stoppage, with the owners possibly locking out the players or the players going on strike. The owners want to have a season. The players feel like they have other options, and it benefits. They feel like they have the leverage to say, hey, until you guys give us.
So the WNBA has problems that go far beyond these CBA talks. The NBA is involved in a strange gambling incident that has led to an investigation into how the WNBA reports injuries. Get it? Today, October 31st, is also the WNBA deadline. That same day, Commissioner Adam Silver has an important meeting with government officials. Silver, who has the power to make the final decision in this case, is probably busy with the NBA, yes. Much bigger financial problem because of this big outside distraction. That obviously doesn't take into account what the WNBA needs right now. It couldn't be more wrong now. An internal rebellion is happening in the league, and its parent company is in the middle of a huge scandal. Engelbert is currently fighting a losing war on several fronts.
Hold on, Kathy, I done missed this whole part. It says it will also shelve concerns over a potential work stoppage, either a strike initiated by the players or a lockout initiated by the owners. WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert acknowledged during the WNBA Finals, while she was hopeful both sides will meet the October 31st deadline, we have been deadlocked in the past. So now it kind of goes back to what Adam Silver said. So Adam Silver stated last week, that it wasn't going to be no lockout. That's what he went on record.
Here is the harsh truth. There's only 3 days left until the October 31st deadline, and no extension has been signed. This pretty much proves what everyone is afraid of. The WNBA season for 2026 is almost over. In past CBA talks, extensions were usually agreed upon with extra days to spare, which showed that both sides were making progress. This time, though, there's no progress and no agreement on a longer deadline. There is no movement at all. There's no longer any hope. Instead, there is a dark acceptance of failure. Some articles even say that it's over for good. Here's more than just a wait. There is a clear road to a work stoppage, which will be terrible for the league in the long run.
Conversations with Kathy Engelbert that we don't know if they happened or not. She called you a liar. She said you're a liar. Caitlyn Clark says she never heard about this until you got on a podium and said it in front of the world. That's a little shady to me. So at the end of the day, these players feel like they have the leverage, and it's looking like there won't be a 2026 WNBA season. And I'm truly upset and disgusted by it, man. I'm disgusted by it. Here it says, what happens if there's no deal by October 31st? There are two paths forward if there is no deal in place by October 31st, an extension of the deadline.
The WNBA and the Players Association are also having a public war of words right now. The players say that the league doesn't even listen to them and doesn't care about their problems. In response, the WNBA says that the players are fabricating information about the talks to get public support. Suspicion and charges make it very hard for people to really talk to each other in a way that leads to progress. Both teams are digging in and being mean to each other instead of working together to save the season. It makes the air dirty, which means we can't come to a decision. This public fight is making a bad situation even worse. And a deal looks like it will never happen.
Because the ball is in their court. They need them ladies. They cannot let this league die. I'm telling you what I know. This is business. They cannot lose the momentum right now. They got the little. They got 1 million views on the damn finals, and Caitlyn wasn't even playing, bro. Like, what's the odds of something like that? Like, if they go on strike or anything, this league it's going to be hard to make up this ground. That's all I'm saying. But let's finish reading. It said WPAA advisor leaguer Aaron D. Drake said recently on the on the Athletic Podcast, no off-season podcast, that there will be a new agreement.
Commissioner Engelbert brought up the possibility of an extension more than once. She said she hoped for a solution, but she also said they had been stuck before. The past of failed talks casts a shadow over the current talks, suggesting a deep-seated pattern of disagreement. Often, the first step is an increase. But with all the hate and fear in the world right now, even that seems hard. The past deadlocks show that there is a fundamental problem with getting owners and players to agree on something. That task is a lot tougher now that the WNBA is so well known. So Engelbert's earlier hope seems to have been wrong now.
On a future deal. We don't see any of that. There's none of that. The player we've heard Satu, all of these players come out and say, oh, it's like they're not even listening to us. It's like in one ear and out the other. They're not taking us serious. Then we heard the W say, hey, the WNBPA are lying to the people. They're lying about the negotiations. They're trying to get public perception on their side and bring in all these different people. You know, you seen the dude from New York and all of that. I don't know much about him, but
it's not in the future deal that we can see. That doesn't exist. The other players, including Satu, have said, oh, they're not. It seems like they're not paying attention to us. Like going in one ear and out the other. It seems like they don't care about us. Then we heard the W say, hey, the WNBPA is telling lies to the public. They're not telling the truth about the talks. By bringing in a wide range of people, they're trying to change people's minds. You've seen the New Yorker and everything. They're not something I know much about, but it's
to measure the growth as opposed to share revenue. So they trying to get revenue share, right? They trying to get the same thing NBA players got, revenue share. Y'all ain't getting it like them, bro. Y'all ain't getting it like them. Y'all can't do what they do. You know, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Y'all ain't getting money like them NBA players. Y'all ain't getting views like them NBA players. So y'all can't hold yourself to the same caliber that they hold themselves to. You feel me? Like, it's levels to this, man. It's levels to this.
Here's a different view. The players group is purposely quiet about an add-on that helps them reach their other goal. Their failure to sign means that the other leagues and Unrivaled would be better off without an extension. Why? Because if there was a strike, all of that talent would go straight to those competing sites. They know it's a risk because they use the idea of a break from the WNBA to make money and build their names in these other leagues. Because of this strange arrangement, if the WNBA fails, it's good for some players and their companies. The league is in a tough spot because its stars are indirectly driven by the fact that it's about to fall apart.
That all of a sudden, Nafisa Collier is name dropping Caitlyn Clark every 13 seconds. Every 13 seconds, she's saying her name. And this is all to push Unrivaled. They want to be able, she's collected so much money from these people investing in Unrivaled. How could she then turn to them and say, hey, we can't have Unrivaled anymore? If I just gave you $20 million for Unrivaled, I'd be damned if you come tell me there ain't gonna be no Unrivaled no more. And you ain't playing it. You've lost your mind. Nafisa called it, I don't believe none of these people. I think it's some shady stuff.
I'm so mad and upset about this possible cancellation, especially when I think about what it means for Caitlyn Clark. In her second season, I couldn't wait to see how she cooked these people. Fans are very upset about this, especially since her first season really made the game better. It's not even getting a simple extension. Seriously, it seems crazy and it makes you think that Unrivaled is up to no good. A lot of people think that Commissioner Cathy Engelbert should be fired right away. Our chat isn't just a fluke, because she has a strong feeling that some bad things are going on behind the scenes and she is a part of them. People blame her for all the failed negotiations and the fact that the 2026 season might not happen. We don't know the details of these supposedly shady activities, but it's clear that people don't trust Angel Engelbert's leadership. She's being shown to be either totally useless or involved in the league's demise. It's clear that her job is in danger because more and more people want her fired. The 2026 WNBA season is hanging by a thread after Cathy Engelbert's last-minute 30-day deal was turned down and Caitlyn Clark's outrageous charges showed major betrayals. This is not just about deals. People are finally becoming interested in this war for power, money, and the very soul of a league. The athletes who are good at these other types of events seem ready to risk everything. The WNBA is having problems with both internal and external issues. This makes you wonder if the league, which Clark has helped become a huge cultural phenomenon, can actually make it through its own civil war, or will it be ruined before it even reaches its full potential?